favoured for a left-hand turn. How are you feeling about the right-hand turn for Spain this time?
I still think that the left-hand turn will be favoured, so that means they're gaining just a couple of 100 metres by rounding that mark. The course is probably a little bit more even than yesterday wind-wise, but Canada's looking pretty strong right now.
Canada needs a big performance today. If you look at their report card from yesterday, race number 1, they got 6th. The second race, they got 8th, and then they really dropped down to an 11th and then a 9th. So they are desperate need of points.
Here there, you heard a little word from Giles Scott there talking about a tidal gain. Of course, one of the unique features of the Solent is there is a lot of current, a lot of tide out there, and that is affecting the course. So you can effectively minimise the amount of treadmill you're having to sail against by putting yourself in a favourable position on the current.
You can see a much more open course than yesterday. You can see the boats going all the way to the top of the screen there before they start their way back, where they pick their next gate mark and choose their way around gate 3.
So New Zealand almost pulling dead even. They are actually in first place right now, Ed. And as you look at what they did in the second half of yesterday's 4 races, the Kiwis won race 5, but then they followed up in race 4 with dead last.
Yeah, here we go. New Zealand got to keep clear of Canada here. They will be looking to turn right in front. I think the Black Foil's slow to react there. They've opened the door for the Canadians. Oh, but they've timed it well. Burling, I shouldn't have questioned that. Perfect from the Black Foil. Slam dunk on top of the Canadian boat as they round gate 3.
North Star Canada will follow the Black Foils in second place, and it's Spain currently in third. And here we go. It gets a little tight. This was the same story yesterday, Hannah. Very tight at this part of the course.
There were 2 green circles there, but it's actually the Swiss that need to keep clear in that situation. Windward boat must keep clear. What a great sight. Here come the French. Nice to see them back on the water. Delapierre's kind of conditions. Expect the French to wind it up. They'll be full send on board that French boat from here. Look at these points, Todd. If it stays like this and that race to the penalty, Switzerland.
No, this is the umpires. Penalty Switzerland, not giving room at the boundary, go behind France.
Ooh,
that's going to cost.
Switzerland, you've got to avoid the mistakes out there today.
And it is the Kiwis, the Black Foils, that reach the DP World Gate there. They make the turn. North Star Canada, Giles Scott right behind them. So there you have 2 Olympic gold medalists going head-to-head right now. Stevie, Spain bring another Olympic gold medalist into the picture. So there's medals all over this course.
I mean, there's plenty of talent out there on this race course. Look how tight we are in the pack. The Bonds Flying Rouge are right back in the game here. What is Slingsby going to be able to conjure up? He looks like he's going to manage to magic up a right turn, but no, the Swiss shut the door. It's getting very, very busy at that bottom turn. Bonds Flying Rouge are on a charge, and that battle between Australia and Switzerland, wow, the Swiss have just got themselves right back into the fight with that mistake they made on the downwind. Hugely costly downwind for the Swiss team. That's so disappointing for them. And Harry Houdini, Tom Slingsby himself on the Bonds Flying Rouge, well, he might have got himself out of a bit of a sticky position with that first lap.
Moved up to 6th place at the Bonds Flying Rouge, so Australia just behind Germany. Germany, Deutsche Bank in 5th. Emirates GBR, the big winners of yesterday, they sit in 4th place overall.
Another arm wrestle upwind here for these leading boats. As soon as you're in the first 3, so we've got Canada, New Zealand towards the top right-hand corner of our screen, Spain at the bottom here. It's a real test of your speed. You've got clear air, you can make your own decisions, so it all comes down to how well are those individual sailors using the equipment to go fast. They're going to look to tack on the boundary. New Zealand will tack Simo with them, and it's a game for Canada at this point, but New Zealand should... Oh, there's the noise on board Canada. They're off the foils. Mistake in the tack there. Oh, that was a huge error turning the boat through the wind on board Canada. They're going to lose a lot of distance.
And the Canadians quickly get back up on the foils. Hannah Diamond, is that a situation where the pressure that the Black Foils applied to them just had them not focusing on that maneuver when they should have been?
Well, they shouldn't really have been, because North Star Canada was sort of in control leading into that boundary. They knew they needed the protection of the 3 boat length zone running up to that boundary so they could do that tack. So they should really have been in control, but not easy conditions today.
No, I think it's quite choppy, Todd. So, you know, yesterday they were kind of driving along a nice smooth motorway, or a freeway as you'd call it over in the United States, whereas we're on a bit of an English country road out there at the moment. And we see here New Zealand choosing to do one less manoeuvre. They're going to just turn right and they're going to stretch away. This is a great start to the day for the Black Foils.
I'm going to go right to the source. We check in down on the water with Lisa Darmanin. Lisa, how choppy is it down there, and is expected to stay like this throughout the whole day?
It is meant to get flatter, so they should be able to send it. And it is quite gusty out here too, so that might be impacting the pressure.
Is New Zealand in control, and look at this. Somehow Canada has found one of those gusts, Stevie. They are closing the gap and quick.
Black foils are going to bring it home.
They anticipate the final maneuver, and they limit the number of maneuvers, and that's exactly what Pete Burling and the Black Foils have done here in race number 5 on Super Sunday, race number 1. The Emirates winning moment goes the way of the Black Foils and the Kiwis. They strike first on Sunday.
Oh, there you go. That's one for the fans there. The fans are going to be no doubt happy seeing Burling and co bring it across the line in first place. But Emirates Great Britain, another top 3. North Star Canada all the way up to second. It's a good result for them after a tough first day for Giles Scott.
And for Emirates GBR, Stevie, this is still a win. A top 3 position. They already have such a big lead.
It's all about the final. It's absolutely awesome. The win, as you heard Chris Draper say, that's a really good hustle, guys. Unbelievable hustle.
Yep.
Yesterday we saw how hard it is to... There you go. They're going to be seriously happy on that boat.
This is the umpires. A penalty Germany. Didn't give Mark room. Go behind Denmark. 5 seconds will be added to your time.
The mark, they've been forced wide. They're having to do an extra manoeuvre, all 3 boats off the foils. These are foiling F50s here, so they've all misjudged their rounding. Italy,
there's going to be a touch.
Oh, Martini needs to not cause the collision and just press the protest button. Now they go. Goodison calls for them to push up. Italy must keep clear here. And the Swiss, well, this could be absolute reprieve for the Swiss here. They'd made a